Level 1. Limbo. The first level isn't really considered hell, it's essentially Earth. But you can't die, with the only punishment being the realization that the current state will remain the same for eternity. Dante described it as a place where, instead of screams, there are sighs. It's where unbaptized babies go and where righteous people born before Christ reside, such as Plato and Socrates. After Jesus died on the cross, he descended to Limbo and brought these souls with him to heaven, including Old Testament figures like Adam, Abel, Noah, and Moses. Julius Caesar is also in Limbo because Dante admired ancient Rome but couldn't put him in heaven due to his pre-Christian birth. Before entering the first actual circle of hell, there's Minos, a figure from Greek mythology who judges where souls should go based on their actions. When someone encounters him, they must tell the truth. Level 2. Lust. This level is for those who committed sexual sins, and it's one of the most common temptations demons use to drag souls to hell. Here, there are powerful winds, like a hurricane, constantly tossing the souls around with no rest. In Dante's Divine Comedy, there's a principle called contrapasso, which means that the punishments resemble or contrast with the sin itself. For this reason, those who were swept away by the passions of love in life are now blown about by real winds. Famous figures here include Dido, Paris, and Cleopatra, who is here not just for lust but also for being an enemy of Rome. Only 5% of viewers will be able to like and subscribe to the channel before time runs out.
3, 2, 1.
Comment on "it's ready" if you manage to do it on time. Level 3. Gluttony. On this level, a constant mixture of rain, sleet, snow, and hail pours down on souls who are eternally pelted with ice. Cerberus, the three-headed dog from Greek mythology, runs around, tearing people apart. But since the souls can't die, they either regenerate in an endless loop of suffering or remain forever lying down. This punishment aligns with the principle of contrapasso. Those who always ate are now being eaten. The souls here often lie motionless to avoid Cerberus. When Cerberus attacks Dante, Virgil, his guide, throws dirt in the dogs' mouths to distract it. This is also where we learn that on Judgment Day, souls will be reunited with their bodies. But while this means perfection in heaven, in hell it means eternal, perfected suffering. Level 4. Greed. When souls enter this level, they see a sea of people constantly crashing into each other, fighting with large money bags. Dante encounters bald people who seem to be monks, so he asks Virgil if they belong to the church. Virgil answers that half of them are indeed church members, while the other half are those who fought to hoard wealth on earth. Now, they are doomed to fight for nothing, just as they fought for useless earthly wealth. These souls are so disfigured from centuries of conflict that they are unrecognizable. Level 5. Wrath. This level is for those who were always angry and aggressive, not necessarily violent. The souls are immersed in a swamp of boiling mud, endlessly trying to push each other down to get on top. There are also bubbles rising from beneath the surface, which are the screams of the souls trapped below. Here, the river Styx flows, and Dante and Virgil travel across it in a boat rowed by Phlegus, a figure from Greek mythology. As they approach the city of Dis, Dante sees a red glow, signaling the entrance to the deeper, more fortified regions of hell. At the gates, fallen angels try to prevent them from entering, but a heavenly angel descends, causing the gates to open, and warns the fallen angels not to obstruct their journey. Level 6. Heresy. This is the first level where souls actively sin against others, and here they are subjected to active torture. In this circle, the souls are trapped in burning tombs. Fallen angel guards ensure they remain lying down and suffer. Notably, King Frederick E is here, as he was Dante's enemy during the conflict between the Pope and the Emperor. Level 7. Violence. This level is divided into 3 parts. The outer ring for violence against others, the middle ring for violence against oneself, and the inner ring for violence against God. In the outer ring, there is a river of boiling blood, where souls are forced to burn forever. The centaurs guard the river, ensuring that no soul escapes. Alexander the Great is found here due to his violence in war. In the middle ring, there is a dark forest of dead trees, where the souls are turned into trees as punishment for committing suicide. These trees grow fruit, which are part of their bodies, and are eaten by harpies, causing them eternal pain. In the inner ring, souls walk eternally on burning sand, scorching their feet with falling fire. Those who lie down to rest are burned alive. Here, we find Coponius, a giant who mocks his punishment. Level 8. Fraud level 8 is divided into 10 ditches, called bulge, where those who committed different kinds of fraud are punished. The first bulger is for those who betrayed love. For example, someone who sold his sister to a lustful man. They are forced to run from one end of the ditch to the other, whipped by devils. The second bulger is for deceptive speakers, those who lied for personal gain, and it's filled with a massive pit of excrement. In the third bulger are the simoniacs, those who sold church privileges or pardons. The fourth bulger is for sorcerers and seers, whose heads are twisted backward for eternity. The fifth bulger is for barrators, those who traded political favors for money, who are immersed in boiling tar, guarded by demons. The sixth bulger is for hypocrites, who wear beautiful robes but have ugly, heavy hearts, forced to carry them forever. The seventh bulger is for thieves, where snake-like creatures turn them into ashes and they regenerate, only to be stung again. The eighth bulger is for evil counselors, whose souls are trapped in flames. The ninth bulger is for sowers of discord, where people are eternally torn apart by demons. The 10th bulger is for liars, who are plagued by horrible diseases, their bodies covered in sores that never heal. Level 9. Treason. The deepest level of hell is a frozen lake, divided into 4 regions based on the nature of the betrayal. Betrayal of family, country, guests and friends, and God. The heads of the sinners rise from the ice, frozen from the neck down for eternity, their own tears turning to ice. At the very center of this lake lies the heart of hell itself. Dante encounters a man named Friar Albergo, whom he knew in life and who is still alive. When Dante asks how it's possible for someone alive to be in hell, Albergo explains that if someone commits an extremely grave sin, their soul is sent straight to hell's 9th level, while their body is possessed by a demon. This possession is how demon possession occurs. Albergo himself is here because he invited a friend over and then murdered him, betraying his trust. As Dante and Virgil approach the center, Dante feels a powerful wind. Virgil explains that it is the wind created by Lucifer's wings. Lucifer is described as a gigantic being with 3 faces, one dark black, one blood red, and one bright yellow. Blood and tears pour from each of these faces, flowing down his body to form rivers of suffering. In the deepest pit of hell, there are only 4 souls. The first is Lucifer himself, and on either side of him are Brutus and Cassius, the 2 senators who conspired against Julius Caesar. They hang suspended by their legs, their upper bodies exposed, and are eternally chewed by Lucifer. He reaches up with his claws and scrapes them, causing them to suffer without end. In the middle head of Lucifer is the most punished man of all, Judas Iscariot, the apostle who betrayed Jesus. His body is facing Lucifer's throat, and Dante describes seeing his exposed spine and bones. As all his skin has been stripped away, Lucifer's position at the center of the earth is a result of his fall from heaven. When he was cast out, the land shifted to avoid him, trapping him at the center and causing him to tear a hole through the earth.
I don't think you can click on the next video in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1.